I remember spending a couple of days with a famous investor named Tom Gaynor at his office in Virginia, and it felt really like being in an extremely peaceful library. At one point, Gaynor said to me, "How many times have you heard my phone ring?" And I thought, actually, I haven't heard the phone ring more than once in the entire day. How come? Well, Gaynor had actually consciously removed all of these distractions that could break his focus. Another time, I was with an investor named Laura Gerrits, and she's one of America's leading investors in foreign markets. And I said to her, "How do you structure your time?" We're sitting there eating sushi in a restaurant in New York, and she says, "Well, every Friday is a creative day, and I don't schedule anything at all on Fridays." And she just goes to sit by a stream near her home in Utah, and she reads a book, she writes in her journal as a way of synthesizing her thoughts. And Gerrits has traveled to about 75 countries, but she told me one of her favorite places on Earth is a tiny, tiny island just off the coast of Australia, where there are only 8 houses. And she often retreats there with a stack of books, and she said you actually have to get your groceries taken over there with you on a boat at the start of this trip. And she said to me, there's no internet access. Her telephone, her cell phone, rarely works when she's there. But she said that's just fine, because her disconnection from the noise and the hubbub and the mayhem and the frenetic pace of modern life is actually part of her competitive advantage. It frees her up so that she can think, so that she can concentrate on the simple essence of her work, which is to analyze companies and to think about countries and stocks and what the future holds. What I started to realize is that all of the greatest investors have this obsession with reducing mental clutter so that they can focus on what's most important to them and what they're best at.